Episode
You
11.
already know what's up. You already know.
Yeah, man.
Like, subscribe, comment if you haven't done that already. Well, we're going to remind y'all at the end. But right now, we're going to get right into it. So number one, or first up on everything that we need to talk about, we're going to get into that entertainment news first. Found out today that the comedian Dave Chapelle tested completely positive for COVID-19, unfortunately.
Not my man.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, tested positive. And not only did he test positive, it seems a couple of days ago, he was hanging out with a couple other like celebrities or, influencers, whatever, like Elon Musk, Grimes. I think Grimes is a singer, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. Mm-hmm. And they were all completely maskless. Right now, a lot of people, they're not really with the mask situation. It seems like a lot of people are trying to just, go maskless. But he tested positive. Hopefully the rest of them. What y'all think? Y'all think that celebrities need to be wearing their masks too, regardless of whether, or everyone? Do you think that, it seems to be a trend that once we're inside and we are with the people that you're with, you're not exactly expected or required to wear a mask. Do y'all agree with that, or y'all think it should be at this point just mask 100%? Like,
I think that, like, I think it just goes off of who you are. I mean, a lot of people aren't going to wear the mask. That's just how it's going to be. I mean, right now, you'll see people out. You'll see some people wear the mask. You see people wear the mask under their chin. You'll see, you know what I'm saying? So like
the chin diaper.
The chin diaper. People rock the chin diaper. So like, I'm one of those people. I'm gonna rock the mask when I walk into the store, but that shit gets uncomfortable. So sometimes I'll pull it down to talk and shit like that, or like to breathe. Cause I don't know, me, it's hard to breathe with a mask on. I don't know about other people, but that should be hard as fuck for me to breathe with the mask on. So like, but I still walk around with it though. I'm not one of those people who'd be like, no mask. And some people believe that it's their right to not wear a mask and shit like that. Like me, I'm just like, just wear the mask. If when you walk in the store, wear the mask. If you believe that you don't need to, then just wear it just for the sake of other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, now as far as like wearing the mask, like definitely I feel like if you're going to be around people that you see every day and, obviously immediate family, like that's one thing to when you get inside, take your mask off. Or if it's people, like I said, you see every day and it's not a huge crowd. But once you inside and it's like eight or more people, and especially if it's people you don't really see on a regular basis, you don't know where they've been, they could tell you A and it's really Z. Like I feel like you need to have your mask on, man, and be responsible just because you don't know where people been. You know what I'm saying? And they can't take it as no type of disrespect.
Yeah, true. And so do you think that as like celebrities and stuff like that, they have, and they're the most people, photos are taken of them every day. We cover them in their lives every day. Do you think they kind of have a bigger responsibility than the rest of us to make sure that they're seen with masks and stuff like
Absolutely.
that? So that
Absolutely.
I think so.
Yeah. No, they definitely, because, you got people who are, they look at a certain celebrity or a certain sports figure, and they're going to do whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? There's people in the world like that. So you got to set an example. So you're an idol to somebody. And if you ain't setting that example to wear your mask and wash your hands, like people not going to wear their mask and wash their hands. You know what I'm saying? Like that's set an example.
That's the thing though. The thing is a lot of people, and it's once again, conspiracy. We spoke about it on a few episodes. A lot of people believe that the mask don't protect you and there's no point in having a mask on. The thing is, a lot of scientists or whatever, they did research and say the mask do help. Some prove that the mask doesn't help or whatever. But if they say that the mask does help, what's the point of like disregarding the mask? Like keep the mask on. If it may protect people, it may not. There may be a percentage of how much the mask protects people, but it's better off to go with that percentage of how much the mask protects people than to just bypass the mask and disregard it.
Disregard it. Yeah,
very true.
Yeah, I agree. And so, do y'all think that going forward things are gonna get? I mean, I guess it's the most simple way you could say it. Do you think things are gonna get worse or better as far as, because let's be honest here. There's clearly some people who maybe they might get the virus or get they get COVID and they're just they don't show symptoms. They might be able to pass it on, like they're asymptomatic. So do you think how would you feel? Like, what do you think people like that do they have a responsibility to be just as recluse as the rest of us? They should stay inside and wear their masks and all of that, because I mean, you could kind of see from the perspective that if someone who is not really affected by this virus, why they would want to, like, man, I want to live my life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So what do y'all think? Y'all think that either way, like, even if you might not be showing symptoms.
That ain't fair, man. Because think about it, nigga. That means don't go see your grandmama. Then you can't go see nobody with underlying conditions, because even though you asymptomatic, you go kiss grandma on the cheek and then she gets sick and can't breathe. And
so wait, but when you say it's not fair, you say it's not fair for like for the person who may be asymptomatic, or people who are not,
I'm saying for the people who aren't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It wouldn't be fair for someone who's asymptomatic who might possibly have traces of the virus in their system and is out parlaying, sharing drinks, sharing bogeys, whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? Like that, right. That's very selfish. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. Yeah.
I think definitely. What I think about that is, I believe that if you're the type who feels like if you get sick and it's gonna hurt you the most, and you're gonna deal with the worst effects of getting sick, and you believe that's the type of person you are, I believe you should be the most cautious. You know what I mean? A lot of people aren't going to look out for you as much as you look out for yourself. So I know somebody who, when they get sick, like they get sick. So right now with the COVID, they're being as protectful as possible. When they walk into the crib, they got their mask on. When there's people like mask on 24/7, because they don't want to risk getting the virus, because they know what could happen, like what happens when they get flus and things of that sort. So I believe if you believe that you get real sick with just a common cold or a flu, like be real cautious. Don't expect other people to be as cautious as you will for yourself.
Right.
Yeah, very true.
For sure. Yeah. So overall, we all have a responsibility, you know what I mean? So, and while I don't see this thing getting too better anytime soon, I think it will obviously get better if we do what we're supposed to do. You know what I mean? So,
rest up, Dave.
Rest up, Dave. And I hope, hopefully he's one of them people, D.L. Hughley and a couple other people got it recently, and they didn't really, they didn't have to end up in the hospital, like on a deathbed. So hopefully he's at the very least, he's one of those people and we don't see him, go through anything. So moving on though. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Tory Lanez Meg Thee Stallion situation. A couple of days ago, it came up. I don't know if this was a doctored picture, a manipulated photo, but someone uploaded to the internet court documents saying that anything related to that case was like canceled. There's no court dates, nothing. It got a couple people upset. Obviously, people that are like Meg Thee Stallion supporters. And it got Meg upset because she said it wasn't true. And evidently even Tory Lanez's peoples put out a statement saying that that's not real. He's still dealing with this in court. So real quick though, I just want to ask y'all, I don't think we spoke about it. I don't remember if we did. This is we 11 episodes in at this point. So what is y'all opinions on it? Like, do y'all think, first I'm gonna start with EJ, then Clay. Do y'all think this is a real situation that happened as Meg Thee Stallion claimed happened? EJ.
That's rough, bro. I don't know, man. Like she had a good story, but then again, Tory Lanez had a good story too. So this is a big game of he say, she say. I believe there's a possibility something did happen. A gun probably did go off. I don't think she got shot. Like, how people would think, like in her foot, like in it. She may have, bullet may have grazed her foot or something like that. I don't know, but
I think it was like a graze.
Yeah. So that's I believe that's where Tory Lanez gets that it didn't hit your bones and tendons type. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's a tough situation. It's he say, she say. But they're gonna find out in court. That whole thing that got put out. Hey, you never know. It probably got put out by Tory's team, and they'd be like, "Oh, this is too sloppy. Let's cover that shit up."
I was thinking that too.
Yeah. You know, it's the internet, bro. People be putting out fake stuff all the time, fake documents.
Yeah, facts. So what you think, Clay? You think this is you think Meg sounds 100% correct, or you think maybe there's some he say, she say in this?
It's a cap.
That's cap, straight cap.
Bro,
straight cap, boy.
I don't believe Meg. I don't believe I don't even really much believe like some of what Tory was saying. I even feel like Tory's side of the story was a little bit gassed because obviously he's gonna try to make himself like the pretty boy, like bitches is fighting over him, whatever. Which that could have been the situation, or at least part of it.
Word.
But as far as the whole gun shooting, her getting her foot shot up, my nigga, bro, she was on Instagram twerking like a day or two later, bro. She did not get shot in her foot, bro.
Well, okay, all right. So in her defense, though, I remember when
she did have cuts on her foot, and this is what I was gonna say too.
Right, there was some sort of photos that looked like something penetrated her foot. Like
they said that there was glass smashed from the SUV they was in. I'm thinking her and Tory was probably arguing. Tory's probably telling her ass to calm the fuck down. She said, "Let me out this car." He probably said no, and she probably said psh, and kicked herself out the car. And he was probably like, "Oh, where you want to get crazy?" He probably pulled his gun out and said, "Blah blah blah," try to scare her. That's what my opinion is. That's how I feel like what happened.
That makes sense though.
Her getting shot in the foot, my nigga, bro.
Yeah, I hate to say that like someone would lie about something straight up, like especially as serious as that. But to me, it's like I find it hard to believe that unless he was very, very intoxicated, that he would intentionally turn around and successfully aim at her specifically at her foot like that. And I don't know. I just find
you will get shot tonight your foot and police did it and y'all walk around. That sound right? That's all right.
There is video of her like walking and getting on the. Yeah, I don't know.
He could have hit it with the dance, bitch.
Twerk down, motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. It seems so like I don't know. It seems so far-fetched.
Not no song right.
But anyway, we gonna see what happens. We gonna see how it plays out. You know, obviously, COVID has kind of been slowing down this process and a lot of other court proceedings. But we are gonna see how it plays out in court. So we'll keep up about it. So next going on. With some more like court-related news / big boy news, both rappers, like we kind of said before, Kodak Black and Lil Wayne were successfully pardoned by Donald Trump. They both free right now.
There's
no word on. I don't think anyone has heard from either one of them yet. Like I was telling you guys, I think I don't think that they're the kind of guys that as soon as they get out of this situation, they're gonna not use it as an opportunity to get some views. So I'm pretty sure both of them are either gonna make some sort of album or song or first day out video commemorating the. I'm really interested to hear what they would have to say about this. But both of them seem. I mean, at least Lil Wayne seemed like he was at least somewhat cool with Donald Trump. Like we talked about, they actually met. But let me ask y'all. Started with Clay. What would you do? You know what I'm saying? What? Say you in the same situation. Not saying you would ever be as criminal as Kodak Black, but. Say you was in any criminal situation where you facing like 10, 15, 20 years, you know what I mean? And this very unfavorable president was like, look, we gonna pardon Clay. He's gonna be my last thing before I get out. You're not doing no time. Well, is this a good situation? Like you would, you have no choice but to accept it. Once the president pardons you out of prison, like the next day or the same day you out, you can't even, you know what I mean? So, but how do you think? Do you think people should be mad at this? Happy? What?
Nah, like it's not to be mad at all. I mean, unless there's like something like literally written to be deeper than you just being pardoned. Like if I was getting pardoned to go do business with him when I get out, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm just getting pardoned just for the likelihood of getting pardoned and I'm just gonna be cooling and doing my thing after that, then cool, let me out, Mr. Teacher, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And do you think now that one of them or both of them have like an obligation to him now? Like, do you think they owe him something now that they should rap about it and talk about it? Or no, you don't think like they should just keep it moving?
I'm not going to say yes or say no. I'm going to say them grown men can do as they please. But what do I think they'll do?
What would you do?
I don't think they paying that nigga no homage.
You don't think they're going to? Okay. What about you, EJ? You think, what would you have done? What would you do?
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to look out for themselves, man. This is a dog-eat-dog world. But hey, even if I ain't like Trump and he's like, hey, they say Trump want to come and meet you. I'll be like, what's up, man? I'm looking at 10 years, bro. No, I ain't trying to do the 10 years. Get me out of here, especially like that. And you getting out without snitching, bro? Bro, that's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're getting out and your street cred is valid.
Street cred is valid.
But just don't do no business with the fucker.
Yeah. As for paying homage, man, I'm sure that man Trump did so much dirty stuff. Hey, karma, bro. You let me out. I ain't paying no homage to you. Thank you. but I ain't making no track. I ain't doing no album or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So that's that. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to stay out of prison. That's everybody's gonna, you know what I'm saying? I believe when it comes down to it, everybody's gonna look out for themselves. Unless you,
Facts.
I don't know, unless you want to sit down for 10 years.
Nah. Yeah, you know, I'd go as far as to even think, because, you know, they said a lot from what I was reading, and again, what I was reading was liberal news, so take it for what it's worth. But what they were saying was that a lot of people were contacting the Trump administration and, you know, even offering to give donations to, you know, whatever for him to. And I'd go as far back to say that maybe even originally Lil Wayne, when he met with him at first, was like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, this is like, I got a court day coming up. It's looking slow for me. What can we do? And Donald Trump, you can tell he's the kind of person, because you can even see like his little period that he went through with Kanye West. And remember, he even helped A$AP Rocky get out of Switzerland and shit like that. You can tell that he likes chilling. If you're a famous rich person, he don't care if you black or whatever, as long as you're a rapper or something. And you can tell he'll look out for people financially that look out for him financially or whatever. So like you said, if you gotta look out for yourself, B. If I could, and plus, I'm not gonna lie, I think it kind of is cool to say I got pardoned by the president. You know what I'm saying? Like, president got me out of jail. Like, for Noah. And I think it's so cool, like how in a minute the president pardons you, like they gotta rush to your cell and be like, "Are you out?" You know what I'm saying? Like, you out. Like, I don't know if y'all saw, I know y'all may or may not have watched, but you definitely heard about the whole what was the Tiger dude, Joe something?
Oh,
the dude that
he was trying to get pardoned.
He was trying to get pardoned too. He got dubbed, and his whole squad, they had a limousine waiting outside for him and everything.
I seen that shit.
That's what I'm saying. You didn't do what they did. You should have did whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know,
they did nothing.
Yeah, you should have just, you know. And I don't think they got to pay no homage. I mean, look, you know, A$AP Rocky got out of Switzerland. I think he just said thank you or something like that, and he just kept it moving.
Look at when Donald Trump supposedly helped LeVar Ball's son, what's his name, Jello.
LeVar Ball when he got locked up in China or something.
Yeah, when he stole from Louis Vuitton. Yeah,
I think he just sent Donald Trump a few sneakers or something like that. And he said he didn't really like say thank you or nothing like that. So Donald Trump was hot. But what I think I do believe what I seen is that Kodak did donate something to somebody that had like links to Donald Trump. So there may be some background stuff to the reason why Donald Trump pardoned the people he did. And what I also seen is that this is a little bit off topic, but Donald Trump may have secretly pardoned himself from getting in any kind of trouble. And he doesn't have to. He pardoned himself.
I heard he was trying to or something.
I heard that he missed the opportunity to, and his dumbass was too busy looking to pardon other people. He forgot to pardon himself. So he actually didn't pardon himself.
No, I know. Yeah, I know he didn't. But they were saying that he could have. It's like a possibility.
Yeah, he could have. Yeah, he could have.
He could have possibly secretly pardoned himself, and nobody knows that he pardoned himself until he gets in trouble, and he's like, "Hey, check this pardon out," and he's get out of jail free card. That's what they're saying. So I don't know.
I think what his advisors and stuff, people were telling him that it's in his best interest to not, because like it would ruin, because they would ruin his reputation as far as future politics and stuff like that. And I guess when his last day when he left, he said we will be back in some way or another. That was his last quote. So
I don't think he's gonna win again.
The Patriot Party. Apparently, he's supposed to be making his own party, the Patriot Party.
The Patriot Party.
That's what I heard.
I'm gonna be looking at Patriots fans a lot different now, motherfucker. I hope y'all heard that. The Patriot Party. Make sure you know who Patriot fans from now on.
I don't think he's winning again though. I don't see him like winning. You know what I'm saying, like that. Yeah.
That's quiet.
But speaking of which, you know what I'm saying. Moving on. I don't know about y'all, but I caught that inauguration. You know what I'm saying. It was very very interesting. Starting with Clay. So. You saw the whole thing? You caught a little bit of it. You was in and out.
I was in and out of it because I was working at the time, but I saw for the most part that it was peaceful, and you know what I'm saying, like they got to do their thing, nothing crazy happened, thank God. But
it's very, very well organized.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. All them damn flags. Whoever they had stand up all them flags.
Yeah, that must have been
they better got more than a pretty penny, because that looked very tedious.
Word. And so what about you, EJ? Did you catch it?
Yeah, I caught a little bit of. I was like watching it in and on and off. I had it on.
You
know what I'm saying, just watching it a little bit, seeing a lot of people, different people there. I seen the drip that Bernie Sanders brought. Everybody,
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders. I caught it. It's funny because I caught it.
Yeah.
I caught, not even the meme. I caught him walking down the stairs, on like seeing it live, and I seen him walking down the stairs. I seen the sneakers. I'm like, hold on, who rocking these sneakers? I seen his Bernie Sanders on. Like, nah.
Yeah, Bernie be on point.
He had the drip. But yeah, I caught a little bit of it. I thought it was, like you said, pretty peaceful, which was good. Once again, a lot of people making conspiracy theories up, talking about it's pre-recorded and talking about the Bible that, the Bible that Joe Biden used was some Illuminati Masonic Bible, and
of course it was. Yeah.
Of course it was.
Well, anyway, but I didn't even hear about none of those, but I'm not surprised at all with all the conspiracies been going on. I'm not even somewhat shocked. I saw most of it. It was kind of a boring thing to watch completely. But one thing I did want to ask y'all, I don't know if that same security guard that we was talking about, officer, whatever he was, that was on tape running from what we thought allegedly was him running from, the protesters in the Capitol, the black. Apparently what they saying was that he was directing them away from the cap. I don't always believe all that. I think my brother was just trying to direct them to more police officers so he didn't get jumped. I think he was just trying to find.
He should have said that. What type of excuse is that?
Wait, what did he say he was doing?
You try to direct. All right, so direct them away from the Capitol.
Yeah, because you see when they're chasing him up the stairs, right? There's a part when he looks to the left, and I guess that whole area over there was like the actual inside the segment, like where the Senate and everything was. And what they're saying is that he intentionally went to the right instead, knowing that the crowd would follow him, to steer them away from there. So because of this, he was actually promoted. He's actually like some type of head security. Now, I don't know if y'all saw him. I think he walked out Kamala Harris, I think. Yeah. And he had the Louis Vuitton scarf. Like he's big now. Like I said, I don't think I hate to question someone's heroism, but I don't think he intended that day to do that, because after that, when that happens, you see him run directly to other security guards, and he's kind of like, all right, I'm safe now. So I think he just wanted to go not get jumped by himself. But
my dog's finessing. He's finessing the situation.
I'd done the same thing.
Like, listen, man, I was taking them away from the Capitol. It was for me, bro. They would have had all y'all information.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't even blame him, bro. Like get everything you can. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame.
That's lit though. That's dope.
That's dope. So yeah, but I caught it and I thought it was really interesting. I thought that poem that the girl did was really, it was cool.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they hyping it a little bit, but I could see, So my question to y'all too, also this time I'll start with EJ. What is y'all hopes, or what do y'all think about the future of this new inauguration, this next 4 years? Do y'all think y'all have high hopes for it? You think nothing's really gonna change? You think, what you think, EJ?
I got high hopes, man. Like, I don't know, people talking about like, Joe Biden is talking a good talk, but he's really the devil behind the scenes. But like, bro, I mean, what he's saying, a lot of stuff that he's saying is sounding real good, and I'm praying that he moves on it, especially like how he wants people to treat other people with integrity and things of that sort. I seen he spoke to the appointees or whatever and said, if I see you talking to any of your co-workers or whatever, and you talking to them bad or talking down on them, you're gonna fire them right away. You know what I mean? So like just a whole different approach than Trump. Trump came off like that boss, that top boss that you don't want to talk to, or you know what I'm saying, and just like disrespectful and things of that sort. So he's coming off like way different. I see he wants to do a lot of stuff for the African American community and things when it comes to like racism and you know what I mean? So like I'm just seeing a whole bunch of that stuff and hearing that talk, and it's just sounding good right now. And I'm praying that we move on it and things start looking up and we're just moving forward.
Facts. So, well, what about you, Clay? What are your thoughts about the future of this administration?
I just like EJ said, it sounds good. I'm praying on it. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing that kind of keeps me in good faith about Joe Biden is this man was Barack Obama's vice president. You know what I'm saying? So I know maybe not everything Obama did, but I know a lot of the same strategies and mindsets and things of that nature is in place, and especially now when we have more Democrats in office, not just as a president. So I definitely got high hopes, but we can only see what the future entails and see what he really gets done. What will really score my man some brownie points, and I'll rock a Joe Biden shirt and post that meme that they be having of him in the block and shit, throwing up the gang sign. But I'll rock all of that shit if he really does something, about the social injustice in this country. If he at least takes at least one good step forward, not saying he got to put an end to it, but if he can at least put us a step forward in that direction, he'll score a lot of brownie points for me, and I'm sure he'll do the same for every black person in this country.
And also, I want to add as well. Like I feel like just Joe Biden, he came kind of, I don't know his financial background when it comes to like his family and things of that sort, but I feel like he overcame a lot of situations, some things that maybe a Trump didn't have to go through. Like your man had a stutter growing up, you know what I mean? He had to overcome that. I believe he like lost his wife and kids in a tragic accident, you know what I'm saying? Like a while back. And like, there's a lot of things he had to overcome. So I like to see when people coming up from that struggle, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so when you come up from that struggle, you're a lot more humble. You know what I mean? Yeah. I believe that the man is humble. I believe that. I don't know. A lot of people say he's not and that he's dumb, but or whatever, this, that, and the other. But I believe that he came from that struggle and he's a bit humble.
Right. I mean, bottom line is the way, as far as I look at the Joe Biden situation, I tell people all the time I wasn't, and I'm still to this day, I'm not the biggest Barack Obama fan, you know what I'm saying? But one of the two things I respect is one, that he married a woman of color. And number two is that he understood what he was supposed to do as a president and as a leader of this country, you know what I'm saying? Like, which is a complete opposite of Trump. And so with Biden, I have that same kind of hope. I feel like you said, he was the vice president of Barack, and we can't, no matter what you want to say, we all can't argue that things weren't a lot more normal during that 8 years than they've been in even the past 2. So definitely high hopes for this administration. And again, I feel like things are so bad to the point like, even if this administration don't really do nothing in this 4 years, they've got my vote still, because at least they're not encouraging madness. And at this point, we had a leader that was straight up encouraging, just straight up madness. So definitely high hopes for that. I think that things will at least get a little bit better. I'm never that person that's going to say things are going to be amazing. So, but I definitely think they're going to get a little better. So we definitely going to keep an eye on that and other politics. Trying to wrap it up. We're going to wrap it up soon a little bit. One thing I really wanted to talk about real quick, just to get into, we obviously know right now we're going through a pandemic, right? It's probably next month, or I guess next 2 months will be a whole year. This has actually been going on, believe it or not. Clearly a lot of things have been affected in the past 9, 10 months, 11 months, whatever. So what do y'all think about people as far as like that, I guess you could say, are influencers or have social media jobs? A lot of people right now in this situation, they can't work the way they was, because you might live in a place like LA where if you was covering Disneyland and stuff like that, everything is closed. Disneyland's closed, so you can't do that. What are you doing? You got to do regular, I guess, home vlogs now. Or you might live in a place where you can't travel out of the country like you're supposed to. So do y'all think that things are, you think it's lost for that? Do you think it's slowly going to deteriorate, like vlogging and all that? Do you think it's going to go away? Especially you, EJ, I'm interested in your thoughts on this, because you probably have the most experience out of all of us in, doing stuff like this. How do you think it's affecting right now?
So yeah, like you said, I do have a lot of experience in it, because I daily vlog, and I believe it's gonna come down to who's the most creative. You know what I'm saying? People at this time, it's either you're gonna have to pick up and get more creative, or you're just gonna fall. You know what I mean? And it's just all about creativity. I don't think it's gonna end that whole thing, but it's just whoever is just the most creative, and like you can do a whole daily vlog and make it real entertaining and things of that sort. I think you're gonna thrive in this time period. But if you can and you're not creative, there's a lot of people who's out there who just took off. Just they're not creative, but they took off either because of something they did that brought them a lot of clout, and they just got no talent, and they just got clout that will fall off in a period like this. But if you really got talent and you're real creative and you're good at putting that content out, you're straight, man. Because I've seen a lot of people
creative people put some content out, man. If you scroll down, especially TikTok, you're gonna see a lot of creative people, man. A lot of
right.
people. So I just believe it comes down to talent and just being a creative.
Yeah, all right. True. That's true. I think it's most sense. So what about you, Clay? You how you think it's looking? Do you think that EJ's right, that the creativity is gonna win at the end?
Yes, definitely, because like even me, like even though I'm not a person who does daily vlogs and I don't YouTube, every day on my own, what I'm saying, as far as being an influencer, but just even me being a musician,
Yeah.
and making music and trying to find, time to, do visuals and meet with people and meeting in a certain neutral setting. Like I can't just say like, yo, let's go meet up at the Wendy's, for example. Like,
Yeah, even that,
I gotta really meet at a decent location. So if it's not the studio and there's nobody there, like if it's not a person I know, it can't be my crib. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it is affecting business. So like for people who really rely on like doing shows and not even shows, but we're talking about influencers, like just even doing pop-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like I can only imagine how much it's affecting them. But just like EJ said, it's gonna come down to who the most creative and who really had like content. So like right now when we in the crib and shit kind of slow and you feel like, damn, I can't make no music and it's been 3 days, you got 100 songs you worked on the last 6 months before quarantine, so you can go through that and figure something out. You know what I'm saying? Just
right.
It's gonna challenge the ones who to see who's really been prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm glad you kind of brought that up too, that like the two of you right now are heavily involved in like doing music and stuff like that, because obviously there's kind of like a vast difference in what musicians are allowed to do or not do right now based on even where you live. Like Clay, you obviously up in the Northeast, EJ, you in the South. So if both, like for example, EJ, I know you at least can do shows, right? Like you're starting a little by little be able to do shows of some sort.
Yeah.
And Clay, like for example, you in the state where I know New York right now, no shows, right? Can't do no club appearances,
no
nothing,
shows. We can't even go to the club. Like some bars be open, but they only open until like 10, 11, and that's upstate. But when you go to New York City, bro, ain't nothing open after like 8 o'clock or like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I know that for sure. And so EJ, real quick, because like we pressing time now, but so EJ has, now that you are allowed to do little shows here and there, do you think it's like kind of as far as your numbers and what y'all was seeing, is it back to normal, or is it definitely you see less people out there? Like
it's definitely less people. And I want it that way. I don't want it to be packed out. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be as safe as possible and people to feel safe. So when you go in there, you know what I'm saying, we got hand sanitizer, everybody wearing their mask, and you can social distance as much as possible. But I do see clubs that do be packed out. I do see clubs, you know what I'm saying, that be
seeing them
super packed out. You know what I mean? So and to each his own, man. If you want to go out there and risk your life or risk whatever happens, you know what I'm saying, then so be it. It is what it is. That's just that.
And I know he ain't worth talking about, but just because we on the subject and it did happen a couple of days ago, I know. Did y'all see Bow Wow when he had
I saw that he had
the club
a show
packed out in Houston?
Yeah. Actually, I'm glad y'all brought that, because that's a really good question. And I saw you gonna pick up if you was about to say something, but with your answer, real quick, what you about to say? Would y'all risk COVID and everything like that for a Bow Wow show?
Yeah, nigga, and that's what I was about to say. Hell no. What the fuck is wrong with people? But that just goes to show you how bored motherfuckers is. No. That's what I was about to say. Like, that just goes to people that bored that they packed out a club in Houston to hear Bow Wow here. Let me hold you. Nah, B.
When I seen that is exactly what I thought. I was like, yo, this is what we done came to? Like,
this is what we came to. Niggas is bored.
That's how bored we are. Like, niggas, like, yo, I'm about to go see that Bow Wow. Nah, bro. You would have been out there, EJ. You would have been
not Bow Wow, man. Like,
Bow Wow,
crazy. Man. And the crazy thing is, like I've been I've been in a place that's been a decently packed. You know what I'm saying? And I was masked up, boy. I was not taking my mask off, bro. I was not. You feel me? But you see these videos where nobody got their mask on. So
you brave for walking in there.
Yeah, I know.
Niggas out there for Bow Wow, and I was like, yo, niggas, they out here like this for Bow Wow during COVID?
That's how you know we bored.
I was like, it's getting bad. It's getting rough, boy. Not Bow Wow. Not Bow Wow. So that's real quick though. Again, I know I done said real quick like 8 times. This is going to be probably like one of our longest, but I want to talk about the Nets or Kyrie Irving in particular, and what I think is just beginning to be a steady decline in whatever interest in basketball this man has. I was reading a lot of interviews and stuff like that. Steve Nash was kind of having high hopes, was like, yo, Kyrie's coming back. We gonna play him. Things are going to be on the up and up, but it looks like they've been still having a hard time. You know what I mean? Looks like they lost to the Cavs recently. What y'all think? What y'all words on this as quickly as possible? What's y'all words?
What I can say is I believe Kyrie's turned into I forgot what year. I think it was like Kobe in 07. Whenever Kobe got the ball, he was shooting. You feel me? Yeah, Kyrie's shooting about 30, 35 times a game. Every time he gets the ball, he's shooting. You know what I'm saying? He's not being a team player.
Do you know at all what his FGP is, like his field goal percentage at all?
I don't know. I mean, he's making the shots because niggas scoring about 30, 40 points a game, but like he's not really being a team player at this point. So his thing, I believe he came back with the mentality like, yo, I'm a ball because everybody was talking this shit. So I'm gonna come out there and ball. But he didn't come out there and say, yo, I'm gonna come out here and get these W's. We're gonna come out here and win. That's what I believe. So like he came out with just the mentality, just to ball out so he can prove people wrong or whatever.
And in defense of that, the reason why he's playing like that, as far as like almost like he the 2 guard and James is the 1, is because James is more of a passing guard than Kyrie. And that's a shame when Kyrie's supposed to be the nigga bringing up the ball. You the point guard. You know what I'm saying? You should feel some kind of way that the coach is relying on the shooting guard to bring the ball up before you, and they relying on you to score. And although you can score, you the smallest nigga on the court, so it's giving the other team more of a defensive edge. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, if you open, you know what I mean? So like, it's starting to worry me, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because Kyrie's a good player, but the way I seen James Harden and Kyrie and KD, playing before Kyrie came back, them niggas was balling. You feel me? Them niggas was balling. I would have been happy with that. And I'm thinking Kyrie come in the mix. Okay, it's going to get nasty, but Kyrie, like literally, you'll see the ball move around, go from James to Harris to KD to DeAndre to Kyrie, and then the ball just stopped. Just like EJ said, the ball just stopped. So like, they might end up trading him. I'm scared. I'm scared right now.
Facts. Well, we definitely gonna keep it posted. We're gonna continue seeing what happens with Kyrie this season, because it's not looking on the up, but we're gonna watch out. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? That's the last that's all we got for today. Episode 11. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna keep drilling it. Y'all, what y'all got to say? Shout out to
all my Aquarius season, baby. That's why I got my purple one, my amethyst fly.
Shout out to Aquarius.
Yeah. What I gotta say is make sure y'all write that review. We need them 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. Write reviews on Spotify. Follow us, subscribe. We need all of that, man. Let's get up there. Let's get the number. Get the top 10.
And FYI, you can actually write a review and rate the show more than once. So if you really fuck with the show, please. Every episode you like, this is the challenge. Every episode you like, you got to give us a 5 stars and write a review. What did you like about the episode?
Yeah. Talk to us. Yeah.
We'll write back.
All right, so right back. All right, you know what I'm saying? We're not that busy. So everybody be safe, be good. Everybody be happy, be healthy. Have hope and all that. Peace.
Yeah.